Hi everyone, yeah, what's up, what's up? Yes, my name is Etredu, and I'm going to welcome you back to my channel. We are back with our reaction videos, and today, I'm here to take you to another beautiful piece from Charlie Kirk. It is titled as, Charlie Kirk shut down students demanding reparations. Bro, people are indeed demanding. Alright, let me not talk much on it, ladies and gentlemen. Please sit back, relax, and let's learn something. You know, not just enjoy this beautiful piece, but let's learn something from this beautiful piece as we always do. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hey, my name's Blair. Just got a question for you here. How do you feel about the black community receiving reparations?
I'm against that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, why so?
Well, first of all, what is the black community? So, for example, do you mean like recent immigrants from Haiti or Nigeria?
I do not. No.
Okay, for sure. So you're meaning like ancestral descendants of slaves.
Correct.
That
Yes,
could
sir.
be proven with documentation.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. So to be consistent, do you believe that other groups that have been mistreated in America should also receive reparations?
What are those other groups?
Well, they're not necessarily by America, but let's just take one. Jewish Americans, right?
Okay.
They almost got eliminated in the Holocaust. Should they receive reparations?
Not from us.
Okay, not from us.
Not from the United States, that is.
Okay, so here's my view, and I want to hear yours,
Okay.
which is that I did not own slaves, and you were not a slave.
Correct.
Right, so we are individuals, and therefore we cannot be held accountable or should receive something from something that didn't happen to us or something we did not do.
Okay.
That is a basic law of justice, that I can't be held accountable for something that somebody looked like me did, and you should not benefit from something that somebody you were related to. Now, you'll probably say systemic racism and how that passed down to generations. Happy to address that. The problem with reparations, though, is basically what you're saying is, I'm going to take money from Charlie Kirk for something he didn't do and give it to a group of something, to somebody of something they also didn't do. For what reason? How is that just?
So not so much how is it just, but there are those arguments that says because of what happened in the past, this group of people have been negatively affected from this nation's crimes against humanity to that certain group of people. And that's how we see it, or how some people see it, if you will.
Okay, sure, but I will say that even if there is some truth to that, which I wouldn't even be willing to grant very much, because Black America was doing incredibly well before the not incredible, they were pacing to be even richer than white America, is that we must look through the question of, is it just and moral to take from one group, especially first and second generation immigrants that had nothing to do with this. So think about it. Your tax base would be taxing, like, if anyone here is Irish or Polish and your family came 100 years ago, we would be taxing people that had nothing to do with it. And I'll go a step further. My family fought on the Union side of the Civil War, right? So you're going to be taxing Charlie Kirk, whose descendants fought to free the slaves, to go give money to people that were descended, from slaves. So what is a way that we could try to help all communities? Here's maybe we can find some common ground,
Sure,
right?
I'm listening.
Instead of reparations.
Sure.
Is that we need to break the cartel of public sector teacher unions, allow school choice to occur, and make it easier for people of all backgrounds, but specifically Hispanic and Black individuals and young kids to have a quality education, because a good education in K through 12 is one of the most assured ways that they'll be able to succeed later in life. Secondly, we need to put fathers back in the home.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I
agree with that, yeah.
70% of Black kids are raised without a stable father in the country. So if we can find common ground on that, I think that would go a lot further than just giving cash for people that happen to be related to something evil that happened a little while ago.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we just listened to Charlie Kirk sharing his thoughts on the above subject as I made mention previously. That has got to do with the black community demanding reparation. It is always dicey when talking about, reparations here and there. And I know a whole lot of people keep bringing this particular issue out. The last time I heard of this was when my previous government, in a conference or something, made mention about that. And trust me, let me be honest with you, wonderful people. I remember very well that when I heard my previous president mentioning slave trade reparation, the only thing I said to myself that even if something of the sort should come, I'm being honest with you, wonderful people, that is exactly what I told my friends. Even if something of the sort should come, it should not come during his tenure of office, because trust me, for 8 years down the line, we had experienced a lot of mismanagement that we can't even fathom about. So just imagine the reparation coming back to our land during his tenure of office. Bro, trust me, nothing good would have come out of that money. So I was telling my good friends that if something of the sort should ever happen, it shouldn't happen in his tenure of office. So now that he is no more, I am still thinking about it. Should this really happen? Please, that's a question to us all. Let me hear your thoughts on the issue pertaining to slave trade reparations here and there. Slave trade reparation. Let me hear your thought on it. Yes, I am honestly impressed with the beautiful angle Charlie Kirk actually took this explanation from. Yep. You know, clearly speaking, when you talk of America, for instance, or when you talk of America at this very minute, a whole lot of people or a whole lot of communities have actually emerged who had nothing doing, you know, during the era of slave trade here and there. So if those people are also going to fund the reparation I'm talking about through taxation, I believe the world at large or society in general is being unfair to those wonderful people. You understand what I'm talking about? They had nothing to do with the slave trade. Their ancestors, their ancestors had nothing to do with that. And if you are going to tax them for reparations, yes, that will be very unfair on their part. I am speaking from the perspective of an honest black man. Let me be honest with you, wonderful people. I also heard Charlie clearly making comments that can easily make amends and benefit society as a whole or at large. And that is very beautiful, you understand? You know, investing so much into education system and making it better, yes, that is something that can even benefit the current and the future generation for them to be a little stable in future compared to what we are seeing today. That is a beautiful point from Charlie Kirk. Yeah, that's a beautiful point. And the next point that was made by Charlie has got to do with the fact that there should be father figure in the black community. Yep. You know, several years ago, black father figures in homes were in prison of a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. I've overheard a whole lot of comments that our fathers were in prison in the past, you know, not just in prison, but most of our fathers were wrongly imprisoned in the past. Like, we have the system implanting drugs on them and going to jail, thereby separating the father figure from the black community. And I believe that was very true. That was really happening because there are lots of evidence, I believe, pointing to that assertion. So I believe that was really true, and trust me, that was unfair to our fathers. That was very unfair to our fathers. And I normally get emotional and sad when I talk about that particular aspect of life. And even when I see them in movies, bro, it makes me so sad. Personally, as a private individual, I lost my father at a tender age, and trust me, it wasn't easy growing up. So just imagine a situation whereby a drug would have been implanted on my father for him to spend years in prison, for us to be separated here and there, bro. That is nothing but something crazy. And that is even inhumane, bro. Why were people thinking of doing something of the sort? Anyway, that is not our central theme of this particular conversation. So let me respectfully and humbly put it aside. Now the focus is how to keep the black fathers home for them to help raise and nurture their children. That is the angle Charlie was coming from, and I really support him. I really support him. But come to think of it, you know, there's also one thing that is serving as a standing block to this beautiful point that Charlie made. We are living in society whereby we have come to easily accept the norm of baby daddy, baby mommy here and there. You understand? So there can be a married man who is raising his own children at home, and he will get a baby mommy or a baby mama. But at the end of the day, he wouldn't be a father figure, or he wouldn't play the role of a father fully in the life of the son or daughter of the side chick. You understand what I'm talking about? Because he'll be spending most of his time with his beloved family. That is the woman he really married. So this clearly will also act as a stumbling block to that beautiful point Charlie Kirk made mention of. You know, one thing is I love having a lot of interaction with your wonderful people, even through the comment section. What do you think about slave trade reparation to the black community? Please, let's talk. Let's keep the comment section buzzing. Let's talk. And I'm always ready and available to respond to any of them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been exciting reacting to this beautiful piece from Charlie Kirk, which is titled as Charlie Kirk shut down students demanding reparations. But if you love the content I do create, or if you love what I do, and you genuinely want to be part of this beautiful family, do subscribe to the channel, like this video, and keep your comments coming. Peace.